right, everybody, welcome to Real Business Roundtable. Today we're talking about setting goals right in time for a new year, 2023. We want to talk about how to set goals, realistic goals, so you have something to look forward to in 2023.
Yeah, and if you have, if you set goals properly in an obtainable way, but also don't have barriers that you set on yourself, it's a very powerful mindset to have. Being able to set those goals and achieve them, and understanding that no goal is certain types of goals. There's no limit to them. You can have astronomical goals that no one believes you can reach, but you can prove them wrong and use that as motivation. So there's so many different types of goals that I set for myself. I know you set for yourself. There's daily goals, weekly, monthly, and then there's just life goals, and the way you set them, takes a big part in them being achievable. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think it's a great topic for us to talk about today.
Yeah, so the average entrepreneur, the most popular goals that we hear is they want to scale their business, they want to grow, they want to bring in more sales, they want to grow their team. We advise that if you have these goals, just try to keep them realistic. And when I say realistic, I'm talking about something that based on your capacity, your bandwidth,
short term,
your ability to achieve that is in line with what you are trying to hit for a goal. So if you're at currently $5 million annually and you have a goal of bringing your sales to 10 million, okay, that's doable as long as you have a good marketing strategy in place, that you have the staff in place to get that work done, or if you have the amount of inventory needed to sell that, to hit those numbers. You just need to make sure that you have the map, so to speak, that you see yourself hitting that goal.
What I do to create that map for myself, at least, is I have a journal, or I write down in notes or whatever it may be, the goal. And then I write down below it the steps or the things I have to do in order to reach that goal.
Yeah.
Or for the past couple of years, I've done this and this works. And if I want to reach this goal, this is what I'm going to have to do based on the experience and what I've figured out works well. That's what I normally would do. If it's a goal to reach a certain amount of sales, it's put this amount of time into this, put this amount of time into this. If it's a goal to get, a business up and running, it's like, this is what I have to do, and this is how long I think it's going to take me.
Yep.
And then there's a bunch of different steps to whatever it is, and I make sure I get those done. So a big goal is the main goal. That's the goal. It could be your 3-year plan or whatever it is, but there's going to be steps in that goal, and you want to make those steps goals in itself.
And
you know what I mean?
And moving towards those steps, you need to take action. You can't just say, hey, these are my goals, these are what I want to do, and then not want to do the things that are required to hit those goals. Yeah. For example, the biggest ass dragging that we see out in the industry is people don't want to invest into what is required to hit that goal.
Yeah, sometimes these goals take an investment.
You got to invest in your business. You can't just say, yeah, I'd love to hit that, I'd love to do it, but I don't want to put in what's required.
Yeah.
Whether it's time, whether it's staff, hiring, advertising dollars, whatever it might be, you need to do the things and make the right moves in order to position yourself to hit those goals. You can't just say it. Like even with fitness goals, like people in the new year, they're like, yeah, I want to lose 10 pounds. Well, you got to do the things that are going to allow you to lose 10 pounds.
That's a big one. It doesn't just have to be in business. Let's say, one big one is this year, I want to lose this amount of weight. I want to gain this amount of weight. I want to do this or whatever. You can't just set that goal. You can't just say it. You can't just say it. You can't just write it down. People say put it in the universe. That's great. Have that positive mindset towards a goal that you want to achieve. That's awesome. That's the first step of motivation. But the second step is, in order to stay motivated, is to have steps to achieve that goal. So exactly. When you're writing down a goal, or when you're thinking of a goal that you want to achieve this year, give yourself a time limit, a part of the year that you want this thing to, you don't want this goal to happen, and then set steps for yourself. And, each week or each month, set a goal to achieve a step towards that greater goal.
For example, if you're just starting out a business, first step, register the LLC, achieve that. Second step, buy the domain, get that going. Third step,
Social media.
Set up the social media pages. Make sure you have a logo designed. Each of those steps are achievements to help you reach a goal. So if your 2023 goal is, I want to launch the company that I wanted to build, I want to start it. That's the first step. Then the second step and the third step. So you literally need to write these things down and make a checklist. I did this, I did this, I did this. And every single day, every single week, every single month, every single quarter, every year, you want to see progress towards that goal. The goal might not be hit in 1 year. You can say, hey, I want to at least get the ball rolling and have something established for 2023. Boom. Then you hit those steps. Then you go to the next goal, then the next goal, and then it builds up over time and it compounds.
Yeah. So, like, for example, we have a goal. We have many goals, but one of the major goals for this upcoming years, where I'm not going to give out too many specific details, but we're trying to start a new company. The product that we're going to be selling is already proven. So we've
it's best of class.
Yeah, we've already gone through that process. And so now we have other goals. And every single week we update a list between us and one other person of things that we have to get done. And we have a time limit on things that have to get done, like a website. We already got the domain. Okay, that's good. Now we got the website, and with the website, we're going to make the social media so we can get a theme going. We already have a logo. We got the logo done, so we understand what the theme is going to be.
That domain was expensive.
But yeah, so we have this goal, and I believe I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I believe we want to get things really going in February. I think that was like the time limit. I'm going to have to look back, but we have a goal. And we have a time that we want to get things going and start really putting things into motion. But we have steps in order to reach that point, to reach that goal in the next couple months. And
we got to set up an 800 number, all of those pieces to actually build a company, to make the company legitimate.
Yeah. And so those things, that one goal that we have, that is part of a big goal. Maybe that big goal that may seem unachievable to people, that one goal to get things going is just a step. And so within that step, we have probably 10 things that we have to do, and we have to achieve those goals before February. And, it's a next step. So if you look at it that way, you're achieving this step towards a bigger goal. And that bigger goal, like I said before, can be a 5-year plan. You could be like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want this to be a big picture. That's a big goal, but you need steps in order to get there, and break it down. Take some time to break it down, get resources, figure out how you are going to be able to achieve that goal.
This does require mental strength. Don't let the big lofty goal overwhelm you. Look at it in bits and pieces. So look at it. So a business book that I love is Rework. And I love how Jason Fried wrote the book. It's in little bits and pieces. So he takes each topic, literally it's on 2 pages, a nice condensed cliff notes of that topic. So it's just little bits and pieces. Or you'll see sometimes people will, they'll break up topics that normally it would be in a big book, but you would have the topics separated in little mini books. Actually, like Harvard Business School has a series of business books that does that. There's a small little overview on project management, on sales, and then you can actually, it looks less intimidating. You should treat your goals the same way. Do it in micro bits. Just accomplish this, accomplish that.
Each one being a goal in itself, like I said before.
It's within the sphere of your ultimate goal.
Yeah, and like what I like to do too is, people say they have like these vision boards and stuff. I like to take that concept and have it be the steps towards that big goal. We have this big whiteboard. I mean, I don't know if you can like look over at it, but I would use something like that where I would take like pictures, or I would write on it, and I would set the steps that I have to do to get to that goal. Every single day I'll look at that whiteboard, or I'll look at not that one specifically, obviously, but I'll look at that whiteboard or that, vision board or that mirror, whatever it may be. And every single day I'll see that, and it'll remind me about that main goal. Not only does it keep me motivated, but it helps me understand where I want to be, what I have to do to get to be at that place. And also it keeps me organized. When a goal within that main goal, we're saying goal a lot. We should get a counter for how many times we said that.
Goal.
But whenever I achieve a step, I write a check mark, and it feels really good because you're getting closer to that thing, and all the moving, all the parts are coming together. And that's one of the best parts of entrepreneurship is the process, and enjoying that process. And that's very valuable when it comes to this sort of stuff, because you don't want to, your life moves really quick and you want to make sure that you're actually enjoying that process. And this is a good way to do it, especially going into a new year.
Yeah, you also need to get a temperature of your motivation level.
Yeah.
Is this something that's really important to you? What does it mean to you? What is it going to do for your life? How is it going to improve the quality of your life? Like, what are you looking at? What are you trying to achieve? And almost think to yourself, what would it feel like if I hit that goal? And use that feeling of hitting the goal to drive you. So it's almost like a reverse. You're kind of going back and saying, okay, if I hit that goal, how would I feel? Right?
100%.
And then that pushes you.
You kind of put yourself in, in a situation like daydreaming, feel free to daydream as an entrepreneur, especially in the beginning. Think about where you want to be, what you want to spend your money on, how you're going to feel when you have achieved that goal. That's something that I always did. And, it's helped me a lot, like be motivated and just want to get to that place in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So it takes a creative mindset to envision that in your mind, so you make it into a reality. It's very important to have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve and how you'll how will it make you feel? What's the experience going to be like? Yeah. And that is that fire that pushes you. Yeah. Because motivation's a big player in this. If you have a goal but you're not motivated, everyone will say, yeah, I'd love to have a six-pack, or I'd love to hit $10 million in sales. All right, well, you're just saying it. You got to make the moves to make it happen.
Yeah. And at the same time, too, you can't ever have, I'm going to blank on this word. You can't ever have.
What is it?
Like when you have, it's like thoughts that you tell yourself that you can't achieve something. It's called something thoughts.
Affirmations.
Well, affirmations are great, but no, I'm talking about, you have to eliminate, no, it's negative thoughts, but what is that word that mean? Like you're holding yourself in, like you're not, like it's barricading. It's like, no, it's, I can't think of the word, but essentially what it is you have to get rid of, what, like you have a goal, but you have a thought that's stopping you. It's like, don't be afraid to dream really big. But don't just have that goal. That could be, the big goal. That could be the end, the end picture or whatever.
The end game. The end goal.
End game. Yeah, the end goal. There's steps within that process, and you got to figure out those steps. And each of those steps is a goal within itself.
Also, I want to talk about I want to get deeper into keeping goals realistic. So, if you're at $2 million, don't
limiting thoughts.
That's it.
Just thought of it.
Don't tell yourself, "Hey, I want to hit 100 million in 1 year."
No,
because the chances of you hitting that without adequate funding, say you're just on a bootstrap budget and you're trying to get this done, don't disappoint yourself, because you probably won't hit that goal. So try to do it in baby steps. So if you're at 2 million, well, let's say you're at 50,000 and your goal is to hit 100,000, or say 500,000. That's attainable.
The goal can be to double it every year.
Now, if you have a team of 100 people, okay, maybe that's possible. But if you're just a startup, a couple of guys, handful of guys, girls, whatever, keep it realistic. Look in your mind, try to figure out, okay, what's the roadmap to hit this, and is this likely? Like, get a temperature on the average team member's performance. What do they do on a monthly basis? Do you need to have a conversation with them about stepping up performance to hit those goals? So maybe it's a group effort, not just you as a solopreneur. Maybe you have a team of 5 people. So if you're in that situation, make sure all your team members are on the same page when it comes to that goal.
So we wanted to talk about this today just because, it's very common that, going into a new year, people set goal for themselves. New Year's resolution could be anything. Gyms, for sure, love this time of year.
Oh yeah.
but yeah, it's hard to make a goal. That, some people think that a goal is just like, okay, I'm gonna set this goal for myself. By, summertime or whatever, by this year I want to lose this weight. This year I want to make this amount of money. This year I want to start this business. All those, goals, and those can only be achievable when you have the right structure behind them. When you set up those, goals properly, when you have steps towards those goals. When I was younger, I used to have those goals and I'd just be like, I want to do this. But then I'd forget about them because I didn't have steps that I'd follow. Mm-hmm. And you can figure out whatever that goal may be, you can figure out how to fit that goal within your life now. Maybe you have a little bit of a lifestyle change, but that's totally fine. Having change is good. Change is scary, but it's good. And, that's a whole part of a New Year's resolution is, changing yourself to benefit you in a way. And so, yeah, I think that was a great topic moving into the new year.
Yeah, if we can inspire, educate, help people with their goals rather than just saying it. Taking action is the number one thing that you can apply to your goal setting to make sure that, hey, this could happen. It's likely to happen. I'm not just talking.
Yeah, and actually, when this comes out, we'll have these be the next episodes. When these come out, it's already going to be the new year.
It has to be.
Happy New Year. I hope everyone is safe. But stick around for the next episode. For Just Chatting, I believe it is, we're going to talk about, or actually maybe we'll talk about our goals for the next year. And then, okay, yeah. So stick around for the next episode. We'll probably drop it tomorrow. And we're going to talk about our goals and how we've achieved goals that we've set for ourselves throughout our experiences and how we've done that. And, how we're able to sit here and tell you exactly how to set goals that are achievable and that, a way to get them done. But thank you for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. Did you want to say anything else?
No, just wish everybody a happy new year and, let's have a successful 2023.
Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you never forget. So that you never miss a new episode. There we go. I almost messed that up. What? Also, check us out on Instagram as well to get updates, clips. I'm done, bro. I'm ready for 2023. Get me out of here. Peace out.